In 2016, Tata Motors was struggling, and I mean struggling really bad. They were averaging about 11,000 units every month, while Suzuki was doing upwards of 1 lakh units every month. Tata knew they had to do better with dated cars like the Tata Zest, Manza, Indica. Tata was going nowhere. They had to make something that India had never seen before if they actually wanted to make a mark and a decision that would change everything. We own Jaguar Land Rover. Why don't we use their technology? Project code Q501, mission to make a car that competes directly with the Toyota and Jeep based on the JLR-D8 platform. And after 2 years of hard work, Tata showed the H5X concept in the 2018 Auto Expo, and India was collectively about to lose its mind. A concept car, a car that looked like it would cost twice what it would sell for, size that made Creta look like an i10, and a price point of just 12 lakh rupees. And named the car after the bird of prey, the Harrier. That doesn't sound at all dramatic as I thought it would be. The Harrier came with one of world's finest 2-liter diesel engine sourced directly by Fiat and also shared with the MG Hector and the Jeep Compass. And Tata also later introduced their own self-made 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine called the Hyperion.
And how is the Tata Harrier to drive? Well, I had the petrol version of the Tata Harrier and I drove it a lot. So I decided to talk about it in the car.
This car has got Tata's own made in India 1.5-liter turbocharged engine, which Tata calls it the Hyperion. Now this engine produces 170 horses and 280 Nm of torque. And let me tell you, the way this engine delivers power is mighty impressive. A lot of journalists did 0 to 100 timing in this car and it did it in 9.8 seconds, which is mighty impressive for a car of this size and price. Now the turbo spools up very quickly, so the mid-range is extremely strong in this car, although there have been a little reliability concerns about this engine here and there. So if you can wait before buying this engine, I'll definitely recommend you do. Talking about the transmission of this car, well, it's pretty. It knows how to drive at high speeds, it also knows how to drive at low speeds, but when you talk about normal city driving, जब आपको थोड़ा बहुत enthusiastically drive करना है, तब it doesn't know when to shift. Sometimes it will shift at 2000 RPM, sometimes it will shift at 2.5, sometimes it will shift at 3000 RPM, और कभी कभार ये बोलेगा कि मैं shift कर ही नहीं रहा, उखाड़ ले तेरे को जो उखाड़ना है. एंड वेल अब आप सोचोगे कि अभी ट्रांसमिशन बेकार है तो पैडल शिफ्टर्स यूज कर लो. वेल इस गाड़ी में पैडल शिफ्टर्स की कहानी थोड़ी ऐसी है कि आपको पता, जब आपके घर आपको छोटा भाई आता है और बोलता है कि मेरे को प्ले स्टेशन खेलना है और आप बोलता है इसको कॉल कंट्रोल्स बैठ के समझाएगा, तो आप बस उसको एक डिस्कनेक्टेड कंट्रोलर दे दो तो बोल दो तो खेल. These paddle shifters are just like that. घंटा कुछ नहीं करते. Talking about the suspensions, Tata has cracked the game. At low speeds, थोड़े बहुत stiff हैं, but at high speeds, the suspensions work beautifully. And also thanks to the ground clearance, this car can take a lot of bad roads. And I mean real bad roads, something that the Creta can't even imagine. बस इस गाड़ी में all-wheel drive होता ना, माँ कसम चलती फिरती कोकेन थी ये गाड़ी.
But this isn't where I would want to be in the Harrier, honestly. I would rather sit in the back and relax.
Talking about back seats, well, this is the place to be in. Just see the kind of space that I have here. Well, 3 people, absolutely no problem. Talking about the features, well, I've got a place to keep my phone, 2 C-type chargers, an armrest, the nicest headrest possible, and well, sunshades. So pretty nice place to be in, man.
But this is where it all ends. We also had a diesel Tata Harrier with us, and while that would have been the car I would recommend, there was a small issue that led to a big issue on the road for me.
A few days ago when I was on the road in the Tata Harrier, a pile-up situation happened, and in a pile-up situation you have to brake suddenly, which I did. But the ABS didn't work and the tires screeched all their way into the Scorpio ahead of me, while the ADAS did nothing. So you are telling me a system that is so sensitive that it will apply the brakes at any point on the road did not work the one single time I expected it to work? That is just disappointing. Although one thing crazy happened. ये हाल थे Scorpio engine जो मेरे सामने थी. And while the Tata Harrier had not even a single scratch on it, that is pure देश का लोहा, bro. And you see, this ABS not working is not a one-time thing. A lot of journalists have called out Tata about this ABS calibration problem, and Tata has had no response. Me, along with my team, tried it in the Tata Curve, the Harrier that we have right now, and the Tata Sierra, the new one. And we found it common in all of these cars. It was like 4 out of 10 times the ABS was just not working. And this is not the only problem with the Tata. There are the fit and finish problems also, like this. And you see, this is my problem with the Tata Harrier, that one day, of course, your car will be 2 years old, roughly about 24,000 kilometers driven, just like this one right here. And one fine day, you will be going to the office and you will realize that suddenly your cabin light has come off.
And one day when you're sitting in the back seat of your car and you close the door, oh well, the door handle just came off. And now you're sitting in your car in complete silence, thinking and retrospecting that whether buying the Harrier was the right decision or not. You think about your friend's advice 2 years ago that Harrier mat le saale, lekin tune nahi suni. Because now you have got a bigger problem ahead of you, which is that you have to take this car to the service center. And the last time we went to the service center, the staff was rude और आप अपनी गाड़ी का हॉर्न और स्पीकर ठीक करवाने गए थे, लेकिन जब उन्होंने ठीक करके दी तो जब आप हॉर्न बजा रहे थे तब स्पीकर चल रहे थे, जब स्पीकर बजा रहे थे तब हॉर्न चल रहे थे. Sorry, मैं कैरेक्टर में आ जाता हूँ. And you see, I completely sympathize with Tata's situation here. This is a media car. They are abused, they are driven rashly, they are not maintained properly, और भी बहुत कुछ चीजें होती हैं. तो I am okay to assume that all of these issues are with this car only. But sadly, that's not true. You go to any online forum and you'll realize that all of these issues, the ABS issue, the build quality issues, are common across every Tata car. Well, almost. So the issue is out there. The problem is out there. When are we expecting Tata to make a move on it? Actually make their service centers better and fix the build quality issues and the electronic issues that are being faced with a car which is just 24,000 kilometers driven and barely 2.5 years old. And I'm sorry, even if this is a media car, I don't expect all of this to be happening to a car which is so new.
Well, summarizing this video, the Harrier had the potential to be what the Creta is today. It had the potential to be the successor of the OG Sierra and not whatever the we call Sierra today. But the potential just could not be matched. Hope we could clear out everything about the Tata Harrier. I really hope that you like this concept of us talking to you directly and talking about cars. And if you like this, do tell us in the comments down below. Well, like and subscribe to the Drivers Hub. My name is Divij Sindhwani. See you in the next one.